you're looking at some of the other matches. He dropped 40 earlier in the season, so definitely a player that can take over at any given point. So those are the lineups for the first set of matches, and of course, the second set of matches will be starting a little bit later. That's the Misfits versus Tango Worldwide, and of course, Misfits debuting a new roster. Should be interesting to see what the young phenomenon Swall can do in his debut with the Misfits. But it will be next Esports versus Frag Monsters on Train, and we got a trio of casters, Greatness, Psycho, and 10 to take you through the action tonight. So stay tuned.
Feature F 619 disconnected.
First time casting for this amazing match. I'll be right back. Let me restart.
Disconnected.
What'd you say? Are you excited, Tin?
What?
The debut of Psycho, Tin, and Greatness. Possibly the greatest casting trio I have ever seen this side of the west of the Atlantic.
And hello, we are back with the couple of the casters that we'll have today, Psycho and 10. So Psycho and 10, first matchup next Esports Frag Monsters. Of course, maybe you're not familiar with these two teams, but who do you think are gonna take these matchups here? NXT and Frag Monsters. Who do you like in this one? Anything? My mic's not on. Hello?
Disconnected from server.
I think there's some issue with the mumble.
Connected.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, okay. So, next Esports and Frag Monsters, what do you guys like in that one?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure next Esports gonna take this. Quick and easy match for them. Walk in the park.
But Frag Monsters are, in their own respect, they are the second team right behind next Esports in the intermediate. They are 9-1 on the season. So, do you still
I believe Mr. Bishop can step it up and carry his team to victory.
Oh, okay, Bishop. So, a big night from Bishop. Of course, he's lower on the statistical grounds for next Esports, but still
Psycho disconnected.
a decent player on his own respect. We lost Psycho, but hopefully he comes back. So, Misfits and Tango Worldwide. Of course, you're on this Misfits team before. You've seen
Psycho connected.
You know what they have tactically, what the Misfits can do. So, who do you like in the Misfits Tango Worldwide matchup? This is going to be their second match. They are playing a doubleheader tonight. So, who do you like in this one?
This match is kind of hard to predict because, like, from what I heard, their tactics has been really iffy lately. So I don't know.
And with the new addition of Swall, it's going to take a while for the lineup to gel well together. And personally speaking, I still think that the weakness of Codex is going to start being more exposed the later on the season goes on.
Now I find this addition interesting. They pick up Swall.
Yes.
I look at some of his numbers from his other teams, and I mean they're not bad, but it's nothing that's necessarily jumping out at me.
Yeah.
So why Swall? I mean, he is young. He is a decent player, competent player. So what do you think Swall can bring to this team?
I think he's a pretty good player. Like, like a simple pickup. He's good, but he's really toxic.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
So
yeah,
I think
Swole has been
Playing
known for
playing a couple
years.
games in him this season with him, he's got the skill to certainly warrant being on even probably an IM team. But he's just one of those players like simple like Tin said. He's a simple, He's very toxic, gets under your skin. But like I guess Misfits really want to push for playoffs, so they're gonna have to dig deep and deal with his attitude if they want to
Now,
make this successful.
of course, playoffs are right around the corner, just a few games away. Misfits are sitting on a 7-4 record. Do you think the We already know NXT; they're probably well secured into the playoff picture, but
Yeah.
Misfits 7-4. You gotta believe that the cutoff will be around 5 losses. So, do you think the Misfits can run the table to get to the playoffs in open? Because
I believe their record's 7-3,
7-3,
not 7-4.
7-3. It is 7-3. So they
Yes,
got some. There
they
are
got some leeway. They got some
some
leeway.
leeway. There are. It could be a big night. It could be a defining night. They do have 2
hmm
matches tonight. So if let's say they drop both of these matches, it could be
Devastating.
devastating for the playoff push, of course. But yeah, Misfits. I talked to the IGL dismembers the other day. They were having some struggles on train, of course, getting some of the executes on the A site. But I believe they patched that up. It's always difficult playing with a new player, so hopefully they patch some of that stuff up. Next, Esports, of course, I believe they should be very solid tactically. Even though they did lose their in-game leader not too long ago in Hawk Jazz, I feel that they're well off. They should be pretty good tonight versus the Frag Monsters. But Frag Monsters is a very good team, so we should have a very good match. So GoTV should be. This match should be starting soon, hopefully. So has it started? Has it started yet, or the NXT match?
I personally am just excited to see the battle between Spriggles and GMD.
Oh yeah, GMD.
I want to see who carries harder.
He's put up some gaudy numbers this
Yeah.
season, so that's definitely something to look for. And of course, has the NXT match started yet? Have they entered the knife round yet? Right, are the players still getting into the server?
Yeah, they're still waiting. There's about 2 more spots left. They're waiting on the. Actually, we're waiting on NXT players. We're waiting on one uniting, and
just
I think it's
United.
just uniting. Yeah.
Okay, so should be starting any time now. But NXT, of course, a very competent team that tactically wise, Spriggles. Uh, I just have to wonder. He has transitioned back into the in-game leading role he held before the arrival of Hawk Jazz. So I wonder if Spriggles can keep up the numbers that he's put up while in-game leading, because of course it can be very difficult to in-game lead and then at the same time put up the numbers he was putting up. Some of the highest statistical numbers on the team, but of course there are a lot of heavy fraggers on this team. Ben Leet has done very well since his arrival, and they uniting in his own regards has not looked bad at all either. So of course they have plenty of fraggers on the team, plenty of people that can get the job done.
Yeah, uniting and Spriggles this season have really picked it up on a individual level, and they're taking the team to new heights. But I believe the addition of OC
Oh yeah,
over Hawk Jazz
I really like
is a very good.
I really like the OC edition. A couple
Yeah,
matches that I watched, he's very good with the a role that Hawk Jazz.
it fills a role that they really needed because Hawk Jazz wasn't quite the opera that they needed, from what I've heard internally.
Yeah, so OC he looked very good in his short games that they played so far. I believe 2 games.
I believe they only played 1 or 2 with him. Yeah.
1 or 2, a couple of Dust 2 matchups. So I saw some good stuff from him in both of those. So maybe he can carry it on here. I just wonder if it goes to a situation on Train in multiple op setups, of course, on a map like Train. double op on NXT. I believe that would go to Ben. He's been showing he can do some good stuff with the op in his own regard. He's been pretty good with the op. But we are getting into the match as we speak.
Yep, the knife round is just about to start.
We are into it. So,
the side you get on train is actually very important, both in terms of momentum and just psychological. You know what I mean?
I do have
You
to
start off
agree.
CT side, you get those rounds packing. You get a huge lead. It just daunts the other team. So knife rounds are actually a very understated importance to the game. Looks like it's 3-1 in favor of
NXT
terrorist
will pick
up. NXT picks it up, and of course they choose CT side. Basic choice.
So, couple of more restarts. We'll be live into the game. NXT Esports, the All-American roster versus Frag Monsters. All 5 Canadians in the server tonight.
So we got a kid in a smoke on OC. Very standard on this map because a lot of teams like to go B and try to molly out the bomb, as I think the T's are actually might be doing. They have one guy with a smoke, 2 flashes, a smoke and a molly, and everyone else has Kevlar. And they're all in the B halls.
So, there are 2 players there for NXT Esports. That is a 2 and a 4-man, Bishop and Spriggles, respectively.
A basic 3-2 setup for a pistol round. See if Bishop and Spriggles can hold off this onslaught of frag monsters.
So, they are gathering.
I
I
see them lining up their smoke.
Yeah.
Yep, flashes over. It looks like it's going to be a B push for the terrorists.
It comes. There are 4 players here for NXT Esports to hold down the fort. Bishop gets one, but GMD will trade it out, but Spriggles gets one in his own regard. And he's searching, gets another one with 2 nice headshots. So these last 2 players are up in the upper halls. And that Molotov is still on Zertax. But OC has used the smoke already, but the Molotov
Spriggles
is
with a 3rd kill.
So, nice shots by Spriggles.
And the molly has been wasted. I believe this round is in the bag for NXT. As soon as that molly up, and there you go.
Spriggles with the 4K. OC with the kit. Plenty of time left on it.
Spriggles looks pretty on point today. I think this is a early call, but I think this is a done in over game if he's gonna be playing like the monster he is right now.
So yeah, good stuff. Spriggles 4 headshots in that round. 4 kills, 4 headshots. So good stuff coming out of Spriggles. And not really a force coming out by Frag Monsters. Interested in the 3rd round AK buy. Can't blame him for that. A couple upgraded pistols, a couple of PT-50s to CZ, and a Tech 9 on GMD, and they're just gonna run right out the T connector here. Ben's gonna pick up the first frag. OC will get one for himself as well. Gets himself a 2nd. Oh, but SML and Flip trade a couple out, so good damage done here. OC a little low on HP, so might be able to do something himself, but won't be able to. 9 gets a final.
That's all they can hope for going into this round is just a frag or 2. Put a little bit pressure on the CTs to have to rebuy and waste their money.
Yeah, 2 rebuys gonna have to come out here, so keeping the CT economy in check. But it appears
Yep,
that
and they elect for the AK buy. They all have 5 smokes on the terrorists, a couple flashes. One has a Galil.
AMD, yeah, we'll be on the Galil, but you do have 5 smokes, so of course the outer execute, very popular on this map. The wall of smokes here, get the bomb down and play 5v5 post playing. But Spriggles, look at this, getting very close, gets the first frag. Won't be able to get anything more. He will
A team
not,
kill
but a
coming
team kill
out.
coming in. It's all in the favor of NXT Esports
Ben
right
up in
now.
heaven.
But it's a 2v2.
2v2 situation. Uniting in IV and Bishop in Z. See what the terrorists elect to do here. They're gonna walk up slowly along the red train. Fake the plant.
Trying to drop Bishop here or Uniting, but neither of them
Very disciplined players.
Uniting could come in and stab, but Bishop gets one. Can't get the 2nd. Uniting 1v1. Flip half HP.
With that flash, he knows exactly where Uniting is now. It's only a matter of time before the terrorist wins this battle.
So Flip is on the palm tree, half HP, Uniting
He might get cut off here by a flank by uniting. I think he seems to be aware of it. He knows he's not